Hi. Um, this video is a little late. Um, my past week has been eventful, and I've not been able to focus on the goals that I have. Um, Part of that is stemming from uh, I think I have too many goals. What I mean by that is I'm trying to recreate myself and recreate my life into something that works more for me, where I'm more of, as is the popular phrase now, uh, the I want to be the main character of my life. Like we've seen all those videos and all those memes and all those things, um, and I'm not always the main character of my life. Sometimes I feel like I put myself to the side so that I can do for others. And um, I'm 56 years old, and I've been doing for others for a very long time. And so um, I'm going to do more to make sure that I'm taken care of. And so over this last few weeks, I've been trying to think, what can I do? What are the solutions? What are the outcomes that I'm looking for? What are my expectations? And I've been looking in all different directions, like how am I going to recreate my body and my income and all these things, and really what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for luxury. I'm not looking for an opulent life. What I'm looking for is a life that belongs more to me, which means making sure that work is work and home is home, and respecting those boundaries on my own. And I think as I respect those boundaries more, I think others will come to respect those boundaries more as well, and understand that we all work differently, and that's okay. Um, so I've sort of been working on this a little plan for the next year, and my goal is still to do one YouTube video a week, um, detailing my progress. Um, so I've been looking at, like, I don't know how many different streams of income. Like, what are the possibilities? How can I take the knowledge that I have, or the time that I have, and create more sources of income? And I think um, I've been looking at one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight different things, and that's just not doable. It's just not. So my choice is to pick one and spend the next 12 months seeing if I can make that lucrative. I might pick a second one that's like an easy, like a do an Amazon Flex delivery once a day. If I can make an extra $100 a day doing Amazon, that'd be great. But we'll see. Um, and then I'm going to build an asset, and so I've got some notes here that I'm looking for me. Um, so I'm going to take my knowledge of what I do for work, and I'm going to try to turn that into something that I can help other people with, in a way that doesn't interfere with my own work here in the office, but that I can be useful to others in other places. They don't have to be nearby. They can be in a small community that can't afford somebody in my position, and maybe as a consultant of sorts, I can make my experience valuable to them. So I think that's what I'm going to be working on. Um, and so I was talking about income, and so I think, how do I define success in that way? Well, um, it's not by replacing my job, my income here. It's not. But what it is can I create a $500 a month income that does not have anything to do with where I currently work? But it's simply another thing that's based solely on me and my knowledge and that asset. And then can I make it $1,000 a month? And then can I eventually build that to maybe a $1,500 a month? These aren't exorbitant amounts of money. These aren't things that are going to magically change my life, but they are going to make it easier to breathe. And that's the goal. I will stop feeling as trapped under my bills and under things. So that's a step in the right direction. And then I think there's going to be a day once a week, where it's Richard, nothing. I will not respond to an email. I will not respond to a text. I will not respond to anything that has anything to do with um, uh, non-personal things. Like if friends or things want to get together, that's one thing. But I'm going to make a day. Typically, it's Mondays, but I'm going to make sure it stays that way. That when I'm home. And I think that's important. I think it's important for everybody to do that. Um, we tend to, myself included, we tend to give everything that we have to our employer, who will, as much as we may love them and as much as they may love us, if if I fall off the face of the earth tomorrow, they'll find somebody to replace me soon. So while I think I am valuable and the things that I know are important and the skills that I have are important, I am not irreplaceable. And so it's important that I build time for myself. Um, yeah, so I think everybody needs to build time for themselves. And then where do I think I can be in a year? Well, it's easy to project, isn't it? Um, oh, well, I've lost 50 pounds and I've gained 30 pounds of muscle and I'll just have all these streams of income, and it's so easy. I do it all the time. I distract myself with these ideas and, oh, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. But then I don't take that daily step. Like, I don't get out of bed to go to the gym. I don't put down the box of ice cream sandwiches back in the freezer at the store. I don't. Um, so it's little steps that I have to be faithful, and then the time is going to pass anyway. A year is going to pass. If I do anything or I don't do anything, that year is going to pass. And so, what do I want to look back on July 15th of 2027? What is it that I want to see? If I do a weekly video on YouTube, then I should have 50 videos. And if I do more than one video a week, then I could have between 50 and 100 videos. It's a lot to think about right now, since this is my fourth one. But I might have my first guide to my work, my online consulting kind of a thing. I might have my first miniature book published. I might, that's a possible thing. I might have a small email list of people that are contacting me for consulting. And in a year, I'll have a much clearer understanding of what's going to be possible if I take the skills that I've learned over the last 40 years and I offer them to others. And so my journey is not going to be a complete transformation of myself into somebody else. It's merely going to be, not merely is not the right word. It's going to be a significant transformation of myself and my confidence and my forward thinking. And I have a note here, and I've been looking back at my life, and I have survived homelessness. I have built a career without a diploma. I've spent 40 years helping people in this area of spirituality and music and praying and that kind of thing. I don't need a new identity. I'm okay. I'm a pretty good guy, right? I think so. But I've never really fully entered into the knowledge that I have and how I can use it to help other people. So that is my goal over the next year. My goal is not to get rich. It's to own more of my own time. So, yeah, that's my goal. So for my projects, I'm working on a YouTube video a week. I'm going to be working on cleaning parts of my apartment, which I will continue to share. I'm working on my first sort of small work-related, ministry-related book that I can offer to others. It's like more like a guide, not a book, but a guide. And then I'm going to work on getting some paid consulting work on the side. So not 10 businesses, not all different directions, just a more realistic approach. I've been sort of driving myself crazy with how I'm going to do this. And instead, I'm going to take just a slow, methodical, step by step. And it's okay if it doesn't go perfect. It's okay if it doesn't go perfect. And really important to remember no matter what we're doing. It's okay if it's not perfect. I saw a quote and I really liked it. It said, um, make it exist. Once it exists, then you can make it good. But make it exist first. If we don't take that first step, if I don't, if I didn't record my first video, there wouldn't be a second one. So make it exist and then get better. And so that's how I'm going to choose to look at everything that I'm doing. Is make it exist, take the first step, and then do it better once I've started. Thanks for watching, if anyone's watching, and I'll see you all next time. I hope you enjoyed that little trip.